First, I just want to say it is absolutely exhilarating to be a part of the vision of Detroit and where it's going and where it's been. We are so proud of our manufacturing background and so excited for our tech future. Detroit truly moves the world from automotive to technology, and it's been really exciting to be a part of a company that pays homage to the past with excitement for the future, becoming a hub for that technology, brains and brawn, so to speak. It's been really great, and I believe that's our vision for the future there. The Federal Reserve Building and the Gannett Building fit into the vision for the future of Detroit perfectly. We were able to take the Federal Reserve Building, which was a government building and had been vacant for 15 years, and really go in and see its skeleton, so to speak, and bring it back to life. This building and its annex were designed by Albert Kahn and Yamasaki, two amazing architecture masters from the past, early 1900s, and turn it into this highly technologically advanced building with open floor space for office and amazing retail space. And just down to like the little touches that we did by putting the pennies from the reserve in the flooring for the elevators. So you kind of get that mix of modern as well as the beauty of the past, and it's wonderful. So on our first floor we have Maru Sushi, ultimately, you know, modern type restaurant there. And in the building we've got Quicken Loans, the Gannett tendency, and the most upbeat, fashion-forward Rossetti architecture firm. Their space is amazing. And 615 West Lafayette, which is the Gannett building, wasn't actually empty, but it was a printing distribution center. So turning that into office space was really interesting. And what we did is keep all the newspaper headlines as part of the artwork in the building. And we were able to activate that building and turn it into a really modern office space with a great restaurant on the first floor. And this building's about half a mile from Woodward Avenue, which is the core, and didn't really have a lot of amenities there. And now we have two amazing buildings that house over 2,000 employees every day, as well as retail space. So it fits perfectly into the vision for the future. The biggest challenges in the buildings really had to do with the fact that absolutely nothing in them lent itself easily to today's technology. As you can imagine, these buildings are built in the early 1900s. We did not have cell phones. We did not have even great HVAC. So we were able to go into both of the buildings and completely put in brand new state-of-the-art technology that allows us to remotely monitor all the systems in the building to make sure that our tenants are comfortable and that security is wonderful and that lighting is working. But those are really big challenges. You know, you have to choose between an elevator and a shaft for technology, so it can get interesting. The Gannett building was even more interesting because it had been decorated in the 80s, redecorated in the 80s. So we got to pull a lot of layers of decor out of that building, and everything we found underneath was just an amazing nuance of something new. So every time you found something new and amazing, like arched ceilings or a hidden library, you had to rethink how you were going to program the building, which as you're developing the building makes that quite interesting. I think the most noteworthy achievements for these two buildings is that they're both 100% occupied. Not to mention the wonderful mix and the activity. So way down, it's only half a mile from downtown, but sometimes that can seem far. We had an area, lots of buildings, but no amenities, and the Press Room Cafe has a beautiful little coffee house in it and a phenomenal food that's available all day. So you can go in there and it's not just the people in the building that it serves, but it's bringing the public out of their buildings and into the Detroit area and inviting them into new space. And I think that's really what we're about, is that activating new space and creating this vision of Detroit where people have the opportunity to be inspired, to inspire others. We use artwork as well as, you know, the modern office space, tremendously fabulous retail to get people out on the streets and walking around. And as somebody who grew up in Detroit and in the downtown area, coming back now and what we're doing there, it's one of the most exciting experiences of my life. just great to see.